Hey, we're back. Another wonderful episode of AgriLive queued up for you tonight. We got quite a bit going on tonight. Thank you all for being here. Looks like we have about 20 of you to start off with, which actually is kind of cool because I thought we were going to have some major issues with the crowd for tonight's stream. Why, you may ask? Well, I can show you why with just one little mouse click here. Boom. Nick Welker is live streaming on top of us tonight. Let's go ahead and check in with him. I'm going to unmute his audio feed, and we're going to see what he's up to. So he's showing off his new Intelligent Ag seeding system. He just started seeding today, which is awesome. Finally, we're able to start getting in the fields up here in Montana. It's going to be about another week for us at the CuziFarms, but yeah, he's talking about his blockage monitor here. Let's listen. Yeah, just explaining his blockage monitor, so... Anyway, yeah, if you guys will have to check out some more of his stream later, if he happens to be streaming by the time we're done with the broadcast. I don't know if he will or not. I'm going to mute this real quick. Anyway, I'd say we could just sit and watch some more Nick's stream, but we got quite a bit on the agenda tonight, including a very special guest, another fellow YouTuber, and he goes by the name of CuziFarm. So we're going to introduce him here in just a minute, but first, I gotta just go over a couple quick housekeeping things. So, number one, submit your farm videos. I think I forgot to... Oh yeah, you guys weren't getting Nick's audio because I had the channel muted. Sorry about that. But anyway, cool stuff. We'll check back in with him if he's still streaming here a little bit down the road. Anyway, we're watching more of your farm videos tonight. But if you have submitted them in the past, they need to be submitted again. So we switched to a new system to submit the videos to make it most fair and most efficient for everybody so that the people that are actually here in the stream can watch the farm videos that they have submitted along with all of us. Anyway, over here I have the form, so it should be in the description of the video, so go down there and there's a link. Fill this thing out. It should take about a minute, just a quick minute, and hopefully we can get some submissions tonight. Anyway, while we're waiting for those submissions to come in, I think it's about time we start talking to Mason from CuziFarm. So let's go ahead, flip over to the other camera. I got to unmute his audio real quick, or else we're just not going to be able to hear him. So let's do that real quick. And just like this, Mason, how is it going tonight?
I'm doing well. How about yourself, man?
Pretty good. So, what all have you been up to lately on your farm?
Oh, getting ready for Plant 19, man.
Plant 19.
Plant 19.
Well, yeah, just like we were talking, Nick's already started. Hopefully we're starting in, I'm hoping by this weekend. I'm going back to the farm this weekend, so
there you go.
I need some footage. It's been like 3 years since I've gotten footage of seeding. So when do you think you'll be in the fields?
We're supposed to get 3 days in a row of rain, so another week or two most likely. Hopefully seed in the ground by the end of this month.
That'll be awesome. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to have you give a little bit of background on who you are for the viewers who've never seen you before. Who are you? What do you do? Where are you from? Anything else you want to add?
Well, I'm from Iowa, and my name's Mason Mattice. I'm 19 years old, and our family farm's been here for about 100 years now. So, cool. And it's outside of Cedar Rapids, about 30 minutes. So,
cool. And I know a farm. If you've seen my Cinnamon Ridge Farms video, those guys are out by Donahue, which is basically the Quad Cities. It's not too far away from you, though, right?
Yeah.
Just, a couple hours to Cedar Rapids from there? Or?
Yep. 2 or 3 hours, yep.
Cool. Yeah, Iowa's definitely a cool state. I wish I could be out that direction a little bit more, but it's awesome that I get to go out there.
It's beautiful here, man.
Every once in a while, but yeah, truly America's heartland. The soil there is just awesome. You got to come to Montana and see what we have to deal with up here.
Hey, I'm planning on it. Nick's planning on having me over there sometime soon. So
that'd be awesome. Yeah, we'll see if we can get you maybe out to Winifred too. But all else fails, yeah, you'll have to check out Nick's place. Anyway, Yeah, awesome to hear. So, just like some of the previous guests have done, Mason has submitted a few things. I think we're going to watch a video. His, what would it be, your 2018 rewind video? Is that correct?
2018 rewind video, yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't know if I pulled that up actually. Let me do that here real quick, and maybe we will just dive right into watching that, and we'll have Nathan explain some things about his farm. Meanwhile, in the chat, if you use the hashtag Ask Nathan, or excuse me, Ask Mason. Nathan was our last guest on the show here. So I'm going to be mixing your names up a lot here. And is that seriously Ryan from How Farms?
I see Ryan in there, yes, sir.
Seriously. Ryan, nice to see you.
Oh, there's Eli in there, too.
Nice to see you over on Agri Studios. Same with you, Iowa Dairy Boys, and everybody else here in the chat. Yeah, we're talking to Mason from CuziFarm, which I assume is the reason why you're here. Anyway, to give all you guys that are coming from CuziFarm's channel, this is Agri Studios. We do all sorts of stuff. Unfortunately, I'm not a farm channel in the sense that I post daily farm vlog content like a lot of the other awesome creators out there do, but I am a college student in Bozeman, Montana, and my goal for Agri Studios is to tell all sorts of stories about agriculture in general. We also do these live streams every 2 weeks where we're going to be watching a bunch of your videos that you submit in the form in the video description. I'll play them live on the stream, and Mason and I can critique them and share our thoughts on them. It's always a good time. So thank you guys all for being here. This is awesome because Nick Welker's live streaming too, and usually when that happens, nobody shows up to mine because Nick does some awesome streams too.
I feel you on that, man.
We're going to pull up that CuziFarm YouTube rewind video and learn a little bit more about your farm as soon as I figure out how to use YouTube, which you would think I would know how to use YouTube at this point. Let's go into videos here. I forgot to pull it up before the show, unfortunately, so just a slight delay here as I get that up. It is... Oh, where is it? I'm looking in the older content, that's why. There it is. It was hiding from me the whole time. All right, cool. All right, so I'm going to flip to the other screen here. I got this pulled up. So I'm just going to play this at a reduced volume, and feel free to, we'll talk about some of what we see in this video here. So let me jump over here. Let me bring up you in the shot as well. Not that one.
There you go.
And let's go ahead and start watching here. So maybe. There we go. This is the CuziFarm Rewind from 2018. So just the best of everything from your last year, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome, awesome. So what do we got going on here?
That's our Case 315 Magnum, pulling a Case IH air drill 40 foot. And we are drilling cover crop. We plant mostly rye as our cover crop, so.
Awesome. Just planting some rye there then.
Yep.
Now here's a really important question, which everyone that's come from your channel already knows this, but Case IH or John Deere?
John Deere, man. John Deere.
Well, what the heck's this red business going on here?
Hey, man, sometimes you got to get stuff for the right price. You end up getting to get it. Just like our New Holland we recently got, we got a killer deal on it, so we ended up going with it. So
very true. I am not super partial to one or the other, but I gotta heckle the fanboys every once in a while. But John Deere makes some awesome stuff. Case IH makes some awesome stuff. And sometimes you do gotta just get the best deal on whatever's available in your area. For equipment's not cheap.
No,
it's not like Farming Simulator. You can't just hack your bank account and put a bunch of zeros in there.
Yeah, you could ask Eli about that one.
All right, well, we're harvesting something now.
Yep, some corn.
Yeah, that's some corn picking going on there with a John Deere S series of some sort.
S670 with a 612C John Deere corn head with a 1300 bushel grain cart and a T8 435 New Holland.
Awesome, awesome. Nice equipment for sure. What camera are you filming this on? These look like
this is actually just a GoPro.
What version?
The 5. That one's the 5.
Cool, cool. I still have nothing other than the Hero 3.
Really?
So that explains how much I use GoPros. I have not used a GoPro in I think actually over a year. And I'm really close to buying the 7. But just haven't gotten around to it yet.
I actually just bought a Canon G7X Mark II.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's is that a point and shoot?
It's MM Leno Farmer uses it, so I can see see myself. But
yeah, I think those are point and shoots. Like the lens doesn't come off, right?
Yeah, the lens. No. Yeah.
I think they're still nice cameras.
Yep.
I wish I had something about like that too, because the A7S is a little too big for vlogging. In most cases. So I end up resorting to my phone is a Google Pixel 2, which has a really good camera in it.
Okay.
And I put it on a DJI Osmo. That usually gets the job done, but it's not as efficient as having a dedicated camera. Anyway.
Now I just threw in a few pictures in here, but
yeah, well, let's see. We got harvest going on here. Nice sunset picture. That's kind of a neat photo. Oh, why we?
And then this is the Iowa Power Farm Show.
So this is the Iowa. First, I thought it was National Farm Machinery, but that would have been this year. So
yeah, that would have been this year. Yep.
I really need to go sometime.
Very nice.
Oh man, I love them 9RXs.
There's a lot more room.
That was like an awesome cab.
Just chill over here, like that.
Here, I'll turn the audio
visible.
up for talking there.
Love to see that fresh green paint, of course. I've never driven
that's a
one
sweet
of these,
tractor.
so I don't know how they kind of operate at all, because I know they swivel.
A lot better cab than the case ones, I think, personally.
Much more
I think I'd agree.
The case and stuff. It's
John Deere's electronics always seem to be a little better. All right, cutting something else now. Looks kind of soybean.
Soybeans.
Soybeans are something that I don't know if I've ever experienced a soybean harvest before ever, because we do not grow them up here in Montana.
It's they're not very well priced. Nothing in the market right now is very priced besides hogs. Hogs are very high priced right now. If you guys didn't know that, in China they lost I think 80% of their hogs. So they're buying a lot from us. So
yeah, over here, Iowa's the #1 hog state. Montana's not the #1 cattle state, but we're up there on the list for cow-calf production, at least. And
don't ignore that picture.
Anyway, that's pretty much the only way to make money out here right now in the farming game is if you're a little more on the ranching side of it, because grain prices in general just have not been great. But we've had some decent yields in the last year, so hopefully this year will be good too. We got plenty of moisture, that's for sure, over the winter, at least. As unfortunately parts of Iowa and Nebraska and all that have seen.
Oh no, I think it's always weird watching my own videos, man.
Oh, being put on the spot like this? Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
Man, I missed that tractor right there, man.
So you sold this guy then?
Yeah, and then we got the T8.
But this thing is a sweet tractor. Runs grain cart.
Nice little equipment shed.
Two grain cart.
You guys definitely put up more of those than we do in Montana. Hence, like Nick is to the point where he has so much equipment and nowhere to put it.
Yeah, I seen that. He has a lot of equipment.
Yeah. Fairly decently sized operation. We're at about 6,000, so we have a lot of what you would see on Welker Farms, but not absolutely everything. And it's cool because since Nick doesn't run cows, he has a bunch of time in the winter to obviously do his restorations, and man, he's super talented. Him and leg arms especially.
Oh, they're crazy. I don't know how they come up with their video ideas, but it's crazy.
Yeah, their videos are good, and their fabrication, working in the shop, making things work.
Oh, I know. Yeah, very crazy.
Yeah.
That old man right there has been. Farms kind of close to me. We've been friends for quite a long time. So.
Great guy right here. I highly
Machinery Pete.
Machinery Pete, yeah. That's cool that you got to meet him. He has been. He's been in the area before. I think my grandpa met him at an auction sale. He's seen a couple of my videos before, but I haven't ever met him before in person.
Oh yeah, he's a real cool guy.
Yeah, for sure. Has a show on RFD TV, so if any of you still happen to watch cable out there.
There's soybeans again right here. So I think in the past 3 years we've only harvested rye like once or twice, and we sold it to someone that really wanted it. So otherwise we just spray it off.
About how many acres do you harvest every year?
3,200. Oh, that's a good looking tractor.
That is. Yeah, John.
These aren't ours. These are just ones I took at.
Yeah,
that's our T8 though. That's our T8 when we bought it.
Okay. Is that your daily
There's
driver
a
right there?
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
No longer have the 16 row. We got a 24 row this year.
Sweet. By the way, guys in the chat, we are just talking to Mason from CuziFarm tonight. We're also going to be watching some of your farm videos, so please submit them and use hashtag AskNathan if you got a question for him. That way I can pick it out in the chat. That looks like a nice planter.
That's got everything on it. 2020 and all that kind of precision 2020 and
you could teach me a thing or two about planters. They're non-existent on my farm.
Oh yeah.
We're all air drill, just like Nick.
That's not mine. That's my buddy Loud and Proud. That's only at 22K on Instagram.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about your Instagram here after this video.
Okay.
Because that's definitely pretty cool how much you grew that.
We don't do much disking, so we kind of try and keep off the hours on our newer stuff and put it on the older stuff that can do the job still. So buried the 9600 all the way to the transmission on that picture.
Wow.
Yep.
All right, quick question for you, Nathan. This comes from Jameson. What happened to your beard?
Oh, I shaved it.
I didn't even notice.
Well, so what happens is with my college, I have to do an internship every summer. So I have to do an internship. So I got a job at John Deere for the summer for the internship. So I shaved my beard and cut my hair so I could, look somewhat presentable. So, yeah, no longer no mullet, none of that. 45. We are here with Cameron at Hinchdon Farms. I just came here to spend a day with him.
Hinchdon, is that how you pronounce that?
Make sure you guys hit that like button. Yeah, Hinchdon.
Hinchdon.
You guys have
I've been pronouncing it wrong the whole time.
Him and I are no longer friends.
Oh.
Anything helps out, guys. Yeah. Let's get right down to the video. So that's that.
All right, well, that's your rewind video. Awesome. Well, like I said before, I think we should dive in a little bit to what happened with you on Instagram. So let me switch this real quick. I'm going to pull up your Instagram account real quick because this is a pretty big account. So I am honestly curious. Here's his Instagram, by the way, CuziFarm. You're probably already following it. But how did you get to this point? How did Instagram take off for you? How did you get started with that? I'm kind of curious on all this.
As of about a month and a half ago, I just hit my 2-year mark, actually. I actually started it as like a spam page and, just posted pictures of me doing whatever. And then I deleted them all, and then I made it unpublic, and I posted about 3 pictures or 4 pictures of the family farm. And within the first week, I had 1,000 followers. So I just kept posting from there. And, I got blessed with the opportunity to be where I am today. So
it's pretty awesome. I have not done a whole lot with Instagram myself. Therefore, I have maybe like 250 followers, which even for a non-YouTuber, that's still pretty low. But
yeah,
it is what it is. I'm not always a huge personal social media guy, but there could be some capacity to grow my Instagram. I don't know exactly how yet, but we'll see what happens. And then your YouTube is grown a lot recently too, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, yes. I actually started that a year ago, but I never really had time to post on it. So just recently, I've posted the most than I have probably the whole year it's been made. So
awesome. Well, it looks like we have 3 videos that we're gonna be able to watch for reviewing our farm videos. So, do you think we should dive into that here, Mason? Or?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to take a short break. This is for me to check those videos, make sure they're all in good order, make sure
I'll use the bathroom too. Is that all right?
Yeah, go for it. It'll be about a 3-minute break. I'm just gonna skim through the videos, make sure they're safe to broadcast, and we'll be back with them. So get some popcorn, guys, and when you come back, sit back, relax, and enjoy some farm videos that'll be coming up here. Let's go ahead and take that break. All right, we're back. Just me for now. I think Nathan's still on his break. Let me check real quick. Yep. He'll be back here in a minute. Anyway, quick before we get into your videos, we're going to check back in with Nick Welker and see what he's up to seeding. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. And Nathan is back in the house as well. I'll unmute you in a second here. Check back in with Nick here first. All right, let me get the audio up. And get this audio up. All right, let's see what Nick's doing here.
Thank you. So the question is,
Nick started seeding today, for those of you who are just joining.
Lucky.
He's doing a live stream right now on top of us.
But that is a mistake.
But that's all right, we'll forgive him.
There's still daylight there, huh?
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Could have saved me a trip.
Yeah, it won't get dark for another
Our parts air
hour and a half, probably.
Dang, they're lucky.
Divider, distributor, whatever you want to call it.
But we don't have much daylight in the winter.
Thanks. Yeah, we got that fixed.
So I don't know if he was checking a blockage monitor issue or what there. He's getting back into his bud, though. Those are sweet tractors. Just
there it is. Okay,
different
from all my
from
tools. They're all
what a lot of everyone else uses. There's a decent amount of them up in Montana.
So
yeah, I've seen
now
that.
I gotta back up, or I gotta spin
We
it a
have
loop.
some in
I've never
mind.
seen one in person. I've never seen one.
There'll be a stretcher.
I have, but I've
seed,
never
because
been
it takes
in
time
one.
for the seed to meter out of the cart and go through all the tubes.
There is a farm in my
Out into
hometown
there.
that runs
So,
2 of them, though.
I'm gonna back this thing up. You guys are just gonna have to hang out again. There's gotta be a good place to put this thing. Can I fit up there?
Yeah, it looks like you might be having some
it might
issues.
stay there. It might wobble a little bit. I got you guys on the motor, the window wiper motor. Okay. That phone falls and breaks, it's your fault. Not mine.
It probably will, I'm here.
It wasn't
Well,
for
guys,
you
should we say
I
hi to
wouldn't be
Nick real
doing
quick in the chat?
this.
Oh, there it goes.
What did I
It already
say?
went down.
Don't worry, we're getting it break.
I showed up.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna
And
have
the
to put it
phone
right here
fell.
like this. The dash is sloped down, so that's a really good way to for you guys to put the phone out.
Well, we should probably get on to some of the videos that people have submitted. We'll check back in with Nick one more time before the end of the show, though. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pause this. I'm gonna flip to this camera. All right, Nathan, we have 3 videos that have been queued up for this session. We'll pick 3 or 4 more later. So keep submitting, guys. We'll see how many of these we can get through tonight. The first one is from one of the top fans here, Whiteman Photography. He's a fellow moderator in the chat and does some pretty cool work out of Wisconsin. Our second one is going to be from Byron Kennedy, which looks like a farm reel to me. The third one is from Nathan of Taylor Farms. He was on the show not last week, but the week before. Yeah. It's bi-weekly, which I keep forgetting sometimes. And he has submitted a hauling grain from Taylor Farms, a short drone video. So selling some of his grain out of his bins to the elevator. Should be all interesting stuff. We're going to get right on with the show with the first video here. So, all right, Mason, we ready?
Yep, I'm sure ready.
Let's watch this video from Whiteman. Whiteman, if you're in the chat still, let us know. He goes to quite a few other people's farms and shoots some video, so that makes things kind of neat. And he's here.
Is that a Massey Fergie?
Looks like it.
Massey failure. That's what we call him around here.
Oh, there's the music. He usually sets these to music, so I was wondering about that. Now, a quick question for you. Has this, for Whiteman, has this farm been featured on our show before? I know this video hasn't, but do you regularly come film at this farm? Loading up the cedar. Wisconsin's definitely a beautiful state. Iowa's cool too. I got friends.
Iowa's beautiful, man. I love Iowa.
Yeah, they're both cool places for sure.
I have a friend that's probably coming down soon. Hopefully, anyways.
And this is a Mavic that you're flying, Whiteman, right?
Is that a cedar?
Looks like it. Just a little baby one.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like them old Massey Fergusons, the older 4x4s like that.
It is a sweet looking tractor.
Yeah, it is looking good.
I like the lens flares. That's fertilizer on the camera.
They're doing fertilizer with that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Interesting. Learn something new every day. Looks like you're either out of focus or something's a little funky with the resolution. Just FYI, you probably already know. This shot looks better. Never looked to see how old this video. Might have been saying they have 3 of these things, and they're all hooked up with Trimble GPS in them.
Trimble, yeah.
We use Trimble in our seeding tractor. We actually have 3 different GPS systems, which makes things confusing. We have a really old one in our 8410, which is our cart tractor, but also does a few other things here and there. And then our combine obviously uses cases AFS. Yeah, some interesting field work going on here, though. I've never seen fertilizer applied like this before. Something a lot more common on not my part of the world. So Monty in the chat is asking, is this tractor being controlled by GPS? Yes, it is. Just like you said, Whiteman. I gotta check how long this video is here. Oh, we're almost done with it. Cool. But, man, you definitely picked some really good light to film in, for sure. Man, that is a sweet tractor. I mean, I said I wasn't partial to tractor brands. I'm definitely not I'm just not familiar with Massey Ferguson tractors. But I definitely know that there are some people out there that are just die-hard fans of them. Anyway, looks like that's going to be about the end of the video, unless there's a bit of a bonus at the end. No, it looks like it's just black video here. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. That's the end of the video. Let me go down and check something real quick. So it's got 5,000 views, posted on May of 2018. So it's about a year old. So, yeah, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me flip back to this camera. Thank you very much for submitting again, Whiteman. Hopefully, when we get a new one from you, we'll be able to check it out on whatever future episode it plays on. Anyway, I got to give you the official applause here for submitting. Thank you very much. We're going to move right on to the next video. The next video comes from BK Farms. Or BK Farms. I did get that right. And looks like just a 2018, almost like your rewind video. So let's go ahead and check it out. Uses the same song everybody else does and everything.
Square bales, flat beds, clothesline sunsets, sky blue, barn red.
It is a good song, but I do hear it in a lot of people's videos. Therefore, if you want to be original, I would not recommend using this song on your farm reel. Just for any of you who are considering making a farming video here in the future. Nice photos, though. I never caught where in the world you're located at. If you're in the chat tonight, let us know.
Within fields of gold and cotton rolls that never ending sky. That take it slow, easy roll, man, that's life. Caught up in the country.
I definitely like the relatively fast pace of the video.
Be a billion of them, just doing their thing. Right where God.
The photos are moving, so that kind of keeps it a little interesting. And they cut relatively quickly to something else.
Caught up in the country.
I never caught what John Deere combine that was.
Is that a 6620 or 77 something?
Oh look, Nightbot's finally telling people to submit their videos. I thought that wasn't working, and I was just not even going to bother with it because we were running late.
6620. I used to have a 6620 turbo a long time ago.
Somewhere where the road ends, out there where the creek bends, that's where you can find me. Within fields of gold and
They're cool looking combines.
Very. They were good combines too.
Nope, that didn't look good. Something was not upright. This is kind of a sweet little video.
It is a good little video.
Yeah, you're definitely cutting to the music a decent amount, and that definitely makes it more interesting for sure.
Was that Byron Kennedy? Or Brian, or I don't know how to say your name, sorry about
I think that's who that was. Yeah, Byron, it looks like.
Byron, that was a good video, man.
Yeah, for sure. Anything else that you have to say about it, Mason?
Not really.
Pretty straightforward. The only thing I have for it is if you want to make another one of these, I think you definitely have some skill with shooting some video, and if you definitely have the foundation down for that. The next video, if you could move it a little more towards video and a little less towards photos and Snapchats, that would be pretty cool. And I would also pick a different song. You can mess around with the somewhat more cinematic stuff, but I know a lot of people are doing that too. So that's kind of the goal these days in farm videos, to find your own unique style, make it happen. But I love your energy and your editing. That is definitely by far the strongest point in your video. So awesome. I hope to watch another one of these from you. So thank you very much for submitting. We got one left in this round, and then we're going to be taking some more after a while. But first, we're going to be talking to CuziFarm just a little bit more. Anyway, thank you very much. Let's move on to the next submission. Next submission is from Taylor Farms. Now, Nathan Taylor of Taylor Farms was on the show last time, so if you missed that episode, please go check it out after the stream. It is a pretty good one. It didn't get a whole lot of views. I guess a lot of people were busy that day, but we talked about some differences between farming in Montana and in Canada, and obviously we're in different countries, so that made it a little interesting too. Just a good episode for sure. So, all right, let's go ahead and play your video. He also recently got a drone in the last few months, I believe. So
Ooh, that semi's good looking.
It is. So actually last time, we did play just a little bit of this footage in the last stream before he edited it. And somebody in the chat recognized that very truck. Small world, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
some fellow Canadian who was watching AgriLive that night. This guy's from central Alberta, which really isn't too far away from Welkers and I. And yeah, they actually don't have the restrictions that we have in the US as far as how much you can load those things. So
really?
Super Ds are really popular, hauling more than one trailer.
Wow.
Yeah. I wouldn't expect Canada to be less regulated. Usually I feel like they're more, but in this case, they can haul more stuff on their roads. Maybe that's why their roads aren't super good. Saskatchewan is definitely one of the worst provinces as far as road conditions are. Alberta's a little better, but Alberta also has a ton of oil stuff in their economy, so that is probably why. Anyway, really nice shot of that truck rolling down the driveway there. Nathan, if you're still with us tonight, let us know in the chat.
Nathan's Taylor Farms, right?
Yep. Yeah, and he runs an Instagram account too, just getting it off the ground, but posts some interesting stuff. So if you're into the Instagram farm channel scene, whatever you call it, farm Instagram pages, that's the word I was looking for. Check out Taylor Farms on Instagram. Oh, he's here. That is such a sweet truck, though. Pulling onto the highway. So, if I didn't ask this last time, maybe I didn't, I forgot. But Nathan, since you're here, how far is this grain going from the farm? That's a pretty drone shot, though. Keeping up with the truck like that as it's grabbing some gears to go down the highway. Check the thing real quick here in the YouTube lands. Yeah, you're definitely getting that drone stuff figured out, Nathan, for sure. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And let's not play audio from the video. For some reason, I gotta fix, whenever I use the number pad keys, it also registers for YouTube and jumps to a specific point in the video. I don't know if there's a way to turn that off on the YouTube end, but eventually we'll figure out all these technical difficulties. Anyway, Nathan was saying in the chat, slow-paced video and generic music, but the drone shots are good. So, editing definitely takes practice.
Yeah.
You'll eventually get there, for sure. But you're not off to a bad start. Your quality is good. You know how to export a video and upload it to YouTube. That's a good first step. Not everybody does. And you are at least knowing how to cut up the footage and get rid of all the extra stuff and then find something for music. It definitely wasn't bad music, but yeah, it's something you just got to keep messing around with. I always throw the music in first and the video in next. And that's when the magic happens. You just start cutting to that beat, and that's what makes things entertaining most of the time here. So, any other additional thoughts? Or are we good to move on to... Well, actually, that's it for the first round. We're going to talk about... I think we're going to do Q&A for a little bit while we wait for some more submissions to come in.
That'd be cool.
Anyway, Taylor Farms, thanks for submitting. And
you're gone.
I'm gone.
You disappeared, man.
Man. Camera battery died, which it wasn't supposed to. Which means my external power source is not working very well.
You got another battery?
I hope so. I've never had one die this early before. All right. I'm holding these up to the camera, and now I'm remembering the camera doesn't work. I got 2 batteries. I don't know if they're charged, so we're going to find out. Let's try the first one.
Hopefully.
Meanwhile, I'm going to put you guys on the break screen. Bear with us. All right. Stupid thing. I don't think I muted my mic either. You always got to treat a mic as if it's unmuted. That is the rules for live streaming. Because you never know when you're being... Your audio setup is the most complicated thing in the world. Please work. Please work. Yeah, I know. I forgot to hit the button. That's why I say always treat a mic as if it's loaded. Alright, let me check some settings here. Oh, the camera is back. Let me check the percentage. Ooh, I might be able to make it. Alright. That goes on, that goes on. Let's get out of studio mode. All right, camera 1 and 3, 2, 1, go. All right, I think we fixed that. See if Nathan's not a Nathan Mason. I knew I was going to do that.
I'm a Nathan, huh?
You're a Nathan.
Okay.
A Nathan. Something like that. And now, when Taylor Farms comes back on in the future sometime, he's going to be Mason.
Okay.
Never going to get it right.
Sounds good.
Nah. Hopefully we do. All right, camera's back. Hopefully we can make the rest of the episode on this battery. Sorry about that, guys, but we're back in a Q&A session with CuziFarm. So if you are just tuning in tonight, CuziFarm is the guest on this stream. We've been watching some of your guys' farm videos, so please submit those. Nightbot has the link in the chat. And anyway, I completely forgot where I was going to start. Oh, I want you to use hashtag AskMason in the chat. That way, I can filter
I don't know
out.
who that Randy kid is in chat. I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
Some dummy.
spamming. We get that from time to time. Anyway, the people that are not spammers can put hashtag AskMason or AskCuziFarm. I'll accept either or. Ask him some questions. I saw one earlier that I completely accidentally ignored because I forgot to address it. But somebody, I can't remember who it was asking, what's the scariest thing that has ever happened to you in your farming career?
During hay season, I was helping one of my uncles, and we're hauling bales. And have you ever heard of a Leland, a British tractor?
A British tractor?
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. And if I do, it's probably Farming Simulator that I know it from. I
was hauling bales with it, and I had a 10 bale hauler on it, and I was coming out of the field, and then on the other side was a big creek on the other side of the road, and I was pulling off onto the road. Well, the bales were so heavy, and the front end of the tractor was not heavy enough, so it was lifting the front end of my tractor off the ground, and I went over the edge. My front left tire went over the edge, and it was close to going into it was like a 20-foot fall and into the water. Yeah, it would have been bad.
Wow. Oh, man. I'm trying to think of the scariest thing that's ever happened to me on a farm, and I don't know if I have a really good story. Not Mason. Nathan had a really good one the other week. What are those nitrogen tanks called again? I forget what fancy chemical-y name that stuff is, but something that you inject into the field. He almost had one of those.
NH3?
I think so. Yeah, that's what it is. He was messing with that and had a tank have a bit of a not good situation happen to it, in which, yeah, I guess if you walk into a stream of that stuff, if your tank is leaking out, that's bye-bye you. If you inhale that stuff, you're a goner.
Oh, yeah, yep.
So that would be scary to be in, if you have a tank explode on you or whatever like that.
I have a request for you. You should probably just ban this Randy guy.
Yeah. I suppose we can do that. You don't know him personally, do you?
Nope.
All right. Well, we'll give him one more chance, because I think this timeout's going to be pretty... Oh, no, it is only 300 seconds. Yeah, NH3. That was what we were talking about the other week.
Could just hit hide from channel or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, I could do that too. We'll see if he pops up one more time, and I'll just hit that button. By the way, I do have a moderator assigned. Yeah, Whiteman's a moderator, and actually, just because I see him a lot, Taylor Farms is now a moderator too. Moderators, you guys have the ability to keep that chat nice and clean, and it'd be appreciated if you'd be able to do so. I'll do what I can from my end too, but yeah, it's hard to keep track of everything at once when you're a one-man band, that's for sure. So thanks for the help, guys. Let's go ahead and get on with a couple other questions. Jordan is asking, what tractor do you hate the most?
The 315.
Is that
Magnum. Case Magnum.
Okay. Is that what we saw right at the beginning of your video then?
Yep.
Gotcha. So why is that? The Magnums have never rode as smooth as the Deere have, and it's
it seems to be somewhat jerky as well.
Not a bad tractor though necessarily.
It's
right?
not a bad tractor necessarily, but if I were to choose an 8R or a Magnum, it's going to be an 8R.
Yeah, if money wasn't an issue, that'd probably
For
be the
s-
same thing here too. I think a lot of
Yep.
people would honestly, but all right, what's the next question we got? We got two people, a NASCAR pro guy in Austin. Both are asking how big your farm is, how many acres?
3,200.
3,200. Is that pretty average for a farm out in the Cedar Rapids area?
Yeah, most guys around here are pretty big. Smallest ones you'll see around are 400 to 500 acres.
It would be kind of cool to see some more content from smaller farms, that's for sure. If you're
Oh, yeah.
farming up here in Montana, you, at least central Montana, or even especially where Nick's at, you got to be very decently sized to be able to make a living off of it. So we don't have a lot of those super small farms in the central and eastern parts of the state. Western Montana, on the other hand, that's a little different. There's a lot more of those small, organic-y, specialty, whatever you call them, farms. And they're cool. Actually, I think part of my internship this summer will be going to visit some of those that do the agritourism, but that's the cool thing about agriculture is how diverse it is, that's for sure. All right. Ask Mason, this one's from Monty. How old were you when you first started operating all the tractors and everything on your farm?
8 years old.
8 years old. That seems to be about the common age. I was probably about 8 years old-ish when And I didn't run a bunch of stuff when I was a kid, but every once in a while. What was the first
Yeah,
piece
I
of
just did.
equipment?
I did mostly just like loader work and stuff at that age.
Oh, nice. So that was... What was your first piece of equipment? Was it a loader or...
No, we actually started years back. We had an old Oliver. We also had a Ford as well.
Awesome. I think the first thing that I ever drove was actually an old hay truck. It was an old International single axle. Something. I don't remember what engine it had. But yeah, nice old truck. And all I did was drove it from one end of the field to the other, basically, while we were picking bales.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was fun for 8-year-old Riley or however old I was. All right, Jordan is asking you, what is the first combine that you've had?
We've had a John Deere 6620 turbo
Awesome, awesome.
since I've been around. When I was been around. Before that, it's on a picture in my room back there, but it had it was like the first couple years they actually put cabs on the combines. So ran a 4-row head on it as well.
Cool, cool. Our first combine from when I was alive, at least, was a Case IH 2188. And then we had a 2388 most of my life on the farm. And that was all we had. And we had to get at least 2 custom cutter machines in order for us to get our crop out in a timely manner. Our custom harvest crew comes from Canada. They go all the way down to Oklahoma and work their way northward. Definitely an interesting thing. I'd love to make a documentary on it sometime. Meanwhile, there's another guy that did, and it's pretty cool. The Great American Wheat Harvest. If you guys are in the mood to watch a feature-length documentary, check that one out. Anyway, Montana's one of the last stops before the border for those guys. They come help us harvest. Anyway, they started getting new machines about 10 years ago that just absolutely smoked our 2388 as far as harvesting throughput. And eventually we decided, so that we weren't quite so reliant on them, especially, to make the upgrade to a Case IH 8230. But we only own one of them. Nick owns 2 of them, we own one of them. And nice combines for sure. And then you're running an S series now, Mason, right?
Yep.
Awesome,
Yep.
awesome.
S670.
Awesome. Well, Jordan's got another. Actually, Weideman has a question first. What kind of area of John Deere will you be working for in your internship?
I'm gonna be a mechanic.
Awesome, awesome. So, what else has that been entailing? Because you're farming and you're also going to community college. How has that been balancing out for you? Is that kind of tough to make both work, or?
I usually get out of class around 12 o'clock, so around lunchtime, and then after lunch, I just head straight home. go to the farm and get as much done as I can. After the internship or during the internship, it's going to be a little more difficult because I won't get off until about 6 o'clock. So I'll have a little short span of time to see what I can get done and record and whatnot. So.
Interesting. And this is your second year in school, or is it your first year? I forget.
This is my first year.
Your first year, okay. Cool. So I went to community college for my first 2 years, but that was in northern Wyoming, and that was not for diesel tech. It was for an ag communications degree where you learn some of the media end of things. Definitely a very different view. Or did I say view? Very different. It's a lot different from what you're doing. Diesel tech stuff would be pretty awesome for sure, but I think the media stuff is definitely where I belong, and there's definitely a lot of talented people that can work on tractors and all that, and we need more of those people too, because nobody knows how to fix their tractors. And that's setting aside some of the issues like right to repair and everything, but
yeah,
cool stuff for sure. And it's awesome that you're able to go to school and be on your farm. The nearest college to my farm is at least 2.5 hours away.
Dang. Yeah, I drive 40 minutes a day. Well, 40 minutes there, 40 minutes back. Yeah, I don't even know who this Randy kid is, I swear. Don't know who that is.
Oh, that's interesting. I'll see if there's a way that I can get in touch with him afterward. Maybe that'll remind me to deal with that later. Anyway, awesome stuff for sure. Let's see if we have any other questions that are coming in. Man, I really lost my spot. How much equipment does... Oh, this one's from me. It says, ask Riley. How much equipment does the Harvest Custom Crew have? The name of them is L. Peterson Farms. If you want to look them up, I think they have a website. They run usually 4 to 5 New Holland conventionals, the 8080 series combines. They have however many trucks they need to keep grain away to supplement those combines. They have it's a Brent. A Brent grain cart, somewhere over 1,000 bushels. And I think they pull it with a New Holland T series of some sort. I don't remember the model. We don't get their grain cart. We have our own grain cart, so they just bring us one combine and one truck. And the rest of their equipment goes to another farm in my hometown. So that's how that works. Hope that answers your question. All right, Monty's asking you, with winter fading, how's the outlook how do you think the crops are going to do this year, Mason, over in Iowa?
Well, from the winter so far, this is actually the second worst winter Iowa has had on record, and it fell short of being the worst winter. We had a really bad second half than first half of winter, and we fell by like 3/10 of an inch of snow. If we had more, we would have had the record. But we're really thinking, because we're really moist right now, we're pretty sure that we're going to be moist for the very beginning part of spring, and then towards summer and towards harvest, we're going to be really dry.
Yeah.
That's a prediction anyways. I just think we're going to be really,
you never know
really
what exactly is going to happen.
Yeah.
I think we might be continuing to have a bit of a wet spring here, and then if it's been like the last 3 years, we're going to get very hot and very dry. And there's probably going to be a lot of fires, unfortunately, but we'll get through it. All right, Jared is asking, has the flooding in his area... Were you hit by any of the flooding that happened recently?
Very little. Very little. Not very much.
He's asking because his school's donating things to people who were affected by the floods, but
okay.
I think you must be far enough north or whatever that you were able to avoid most of that, fortunately. Unfortunately,
yeah, we only had like 2 fields around here get flooded. Then our small town near me, water got up pretty high to the houses and stuff.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of people who are not in the situation or the circumstances that you and I are in and just lost absolutely everything. And yeah, that's just awful. My heart goes out to those guys who are still figuring out what they're going to do with all that. I think it put a lot of people out of the farming game. So some of them might be able to step back up. Some honestly might not. But it's awesome that your school's donating stuff for sure. So please keep that up. There's a lot of people who need that stuff. Anything that might be able to help them. At least give them some courage through those hard times. Do you do anything irrigated, or are you all dry land?
We irrigate. No, we do not irrigate. Sorry, I heard that wrong.
Yeah.
All dry land. Yeah.
And pretty much all Iowa's like that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It's because it
Very,
actually
very
rains over
little.
there. Doesn't rain
Yeah.
here. This is a desert. If you want rain,
Yep.
go to Iowa. All right. I don't know why I'm so dyslexic with this chat. You can go ahead and pick one out if you want. I might have missed a few.
I seen someone earlier ask where I got the name CuziFarm from. A while back.
Yeah.
Well, earlier, me and my cousin actually started together, and that's the main part of how we got CuziFarm, because we're cousins. I farms, he farms, and if we were ever split up like we did, it came into just CuziFarm, you know. So we kind of caught up with a catchy slang word, and it's really helped out a lot.
Huh.
So that's where it generated from.
Well, do I have anything else that I missed in here? I had a couple other things bounce into the back of my head, unfortunately. It's back to this whole one-man band with managing all the broadcasts, so was a little distracted with a few things there for a second. But we have some more questions rolling in. Blake's asking, how is a guy like IH Machinery... Oh, so he's asking... Okay, do you know who IH Machinery is? Is that
I don't think so, no.
You might have to tell us who IH Machinery is. Anyway, as far as being a special guest on the stream, if you guys are interested, you can feel free to reach out by sending me an email through the email link in the About section of my YouTube channel. I can't guarantee a spot for everybody. I look for people who are in some sort of unique circumstance in the agriculture world, whether you're a farmer or a YouTuber or all of the above. Anyway, there's a lot of cool people out there, but the good news is that AgriLive is moving to having a special guest on every episode. So that is 2 to 3 guests a month. So we're definitely going to need more special guests on the show in the future. So hopefully some of you guys are interested. I always reach out to some people too, because there's definitely a lot of cool people out there in the ag world, and that's what this show is all about, is talking to those people. And on the side, watching some of the videos that you guys make as creators too. I tend to ramble a lot on this show, in case you haven't noticed.
No, you're good, dude. Don't worry about it.
All right, well, we got some more questions. So, are you going to give up farming for a mechanic job, or are you going to use your mechanic skills to basically... Are you taking those back to the farm? That's what I was going
Taking mechanic skills back to the farm, hopefully. So now if we were to go south and the family farm, you know, ends up going downhill someday, then I'll go to mechanic. But it's $100 an hour for labor right now to get something fixed, so save thousands of dollars doing it that way.
All right. Next question. Do you know where Webb or Spencer, Iowa is?
I do not.
I don't either, but I'm also not from Iowa, so I shouldn't be expected at least to know what they must be small towns somewhere. We'll have to figure out where those are at. Oh, this guy's saying I operate IH Machinery, big on international, but doesn't mind deer, so he must be referring to himself. Yeah, but if you send me an email, I'll require that you explain a little bit about yourself and what you do, and that's your way of applying to be on a future episode of AgriLive if you're interested. All right, I think we ran out of questions, which can only mean one thing. That is, we're going to have to move back to some farm videos.
Sounds good, man.
So I'm going to queue those up. That means 2-minute break, because I got to make sure they're good to go on the broadcast. We'll be right back. Give us 2 minutes. Grab some of that popcorn again. We'll be back. All right, we ready for some more farm videos?
Yes, sir.
See if they all get the CuziFarm seal of approval here. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Our first one is going to be from someone who has, I don't know if he's still with us or not, Little Farm Big Cameras. Let us know if you're in the chat tonight. We're going to be watching one titled New Calf. So it must be calving. Well, actually, I think this is dairy, so they calve almost year-round. But, yeah, we're going to check out his video real quick here. About a 5-minute video, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Looks like a first-person view shot right there. In case you haven't noticed, we have a lot of people from Wisconsin that watch this channel. Kind of interesting. I don't even know if there's any fellow Montanans in the chat tonight. If anybody's from Montana, let me know. So yeah, we're in the barn.
We used to milk. We used to have dairy before my grandpa died from ALS.
Ah. That cow right there is definitely calving. It is amazing how close you can get up to them.
Oh, yeah.
Beef cows are not like this. I tried filming one of our cows calve. Had to be like at least half a mile away. It was crazy.
Really?
And she still noticed me and started having all sorts of fits, but... Nice looking barn, though. Just a Little Farm in Kansas and Miles are both joining us. Good to see you guys. Our special guest today is Nathan Mason from CuziFarm. Cool little video, though. Feeding out some pellets. Video quality is not too bad either. If I had to guess, he's using a GoPro Hero 4. I'm just gonna take a super wild guess at that. I'd say this probably would be a good time, just for future references of videos. Move to a different scene at this point.
Yeah. I learned that myself.
Attention spans are not very long for people these days.
30 seconds is the the average. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. This cat eating some cat food up there. It is cool to show this process of feeding the calves, though. And the FPV camera is cool, but you definitely get a lot of camera shake by doing that if it's on your head.
Very.
I don't know how well the Hero 7 would do with something like this, but... Alright, now it's nighttime. I will say the guy that submitted this is only 11 years old. He submitted a handful of these in previous episodes. Given that, and given the fact that he's just starting, he definitely has a passion for it. So now it's nighttime. Different calving pen set. Awesome, a little bit of an abrupt ending there, but yeah, cool video, good video, fairly good video quality. If you're looking for some feedback, let me make sure you opted in for that here first. You did? Cool. By the way, on the farm, you have an option to opt in or opt out of feedback. Usually it sorts them into different sections on the really busy days, but for those of you who click opt in, it's an excellent chance for you to be able to get some feedback from whoever on how to improve these videos. But anyway, well done. I would say we could probably take that 5-minute video and make it a 2-minute video, and the audience retention will be better, and you'll still be able to show pretty much everything that you showed there. It's just going to require a little bit more on the editing end, and I know editing takes so much time, but yeah, it also takes practice, and you will get faster as you keep doing it for sure. So, thank you very much. We got another one that we're going to watch, and then maybe we'll check in with Nick Welker here real quick before closing out the stream tonight. So, if he's still up and streaming, I haven't checked. But anyway.
Oh, yo, about the thing I messaged you earlier. After that, whoa, my camera's all messed up.
Yeah, you just defocused your camera. It'll come back?
Should. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man. We're going to... There it goes.
There it goes. All right.
I got a quick question for you, though. Are you the main operator of your farm, or are you farming with your parents? This is coming from Seth.
I farm with my uncle.
With your uncle?
Yeah. Whoops, wrong way.
Interesting. We have some sort of an intro video that a West Farms has submitted. Just a 1.5-minute video. Let's check it out. Maybe. There we go. I'm getting the hang of this now. Some more green paint. Very similar J&M cart to what we run. That one's a little bit bigger than ours. Nice cart.
You like the J&M grain carts?
They're all right. Ours is pretty old. We've had to weld on it a lot.
Okay.
It's honestly, we're probably going to get to the point here very soon where we're going to have to upgrade.
Okay.
Ours has worked well for us. Most people don't run grain carts because of the expense and the extra operator.
Yeah.
But we're big enough and hilly enough that we run one. Welkers do not because they're flat.
Yeah.
So it's easy for their semis to get in and out. We're not quite the same way. This guy definitely has some good footage. West Farms is in the chat, and YouTube is trying to block him because he's promoting his channel. I'll let it slide this time. But yeah, guys, feel free to go check out his channel that he just started. Coming spring.
I'll give him a subscribe.
Oh man, I'm excited for this. You got a new guy. That's pretty awesome. I've never seen anybody like launch a trailer like that before. Like, let's hype people up about the channel, and oh, we're gonna wait till later in the spring, and it's finally gonna be a thing. That's kind of a cool thought, actually.
You got my subscribe.
If he's gonna Cool. Yeah, but if he's gonna like send this video that we just watched to not only AgriLive but some other media sources like his personal Facebook friends or whatever, neat idea for starting a YouTube channel. So awesome.
So you want to talk a little bit about what we're may work together on, or?
Possibly. Why don't you reveal your big announcement that you were talking about?
Oh yeah. All right. Well, so the ones I posted recently on Instagram and stuff about an announcement of what I was recently going to come up with the idea of. I'm going to work on releasing my own documentary of why I farm. And it's going to be about the whole family farm from start to where we are now, and a whole bunch of different ideas going to be thrown in there as well.
Yeah, so we'll see how exactly the project goes down. It's in the very early stages still.
Very early stages.
It very well could happen, so hopefully it does, because the why I farm stories are definitely my favorite type of videos to make, that's for sure. So if I'm able to get the support to be able to make things happen, then I'll make it happen. So yeah, is there like a dent in my hat or something? There is. That is so weird. That's been there, I think, the whole stream too. Anyway, just because it is in the early stages, I probably won't. I guess it would be wise not to release a whole lot of details on it right now.
Oh yeah,
but,
no. Just
we'll give you guys a little teaser about it at least. So
yeah.
But yeah, we'll work on some more of those details here after the show while I still have you on Skype. But anyway, it has been awesome having you on today to talk a little bit about your farm in Iowa. Iowa is a really cool state. I think
very well.
What we're going to do here is it's almost time to close out the show for tonight. But before we do, why don't we check back in with Nick Welker one more time and see what he's up to. He's in the tractor right now seeding. He has it on an auto steer, so he can totally just mess around with his phone and live stream while doing that. Nice things about when the tractor drives itself, that's for sure. But let's go ahead and check back in with him one more time. We might take a few last minute questions for Mason, and that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys all for being here. Definitely having a good crowd tonight, for considering that other popular YouTubers are streaming on top of us. Speaking of which, all right, Nick, what's going on? Let's unmute you so we can hear you.
They're actually offering free storage for up to 2 months, so we're gonna go ahead and take them up on it because we gotta get rid of it anyways. So
I think he's talking
we're
about
hauling out the
selling
building as
his
much as we can.
grain.
We didn't get it finished. They shut us down. We couldn't haul today because they're loading a train car right now. Actually,
switch the view
so
on this so we
tomorrow
can see
we
their
might try to
chat.
pick it up and quickly hammer out the rest of that building and then get back to planting. So there's a good chance we'll be
We're gonna
finishing that
say
up
hi.
tomorrow. So, where are we at here? Heard the 2020 Fords are bringing a 7.3 again? Really?
So yeah, Nick is
Interesting. Didn't know that. I know they're going to try to keep pushing
finally
the
in the
horsepower. It's
fields.
amazing what
We'll
they're
be in the
getting out of these
fields
trucks.
at Slivka Farms
They're
in about a
pushing
week.
1,000. I think they're about pushing 1,000.
He's doing a live
torque these
stream
days.
right now,
It's
so
unreal.
we're seeing what's going
We're
on.
watching from AgriLive. That's awesome, Riley.
He knows we're here.
Well, a live stream is watching a live stream. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Riley. Hey, guys from AgriLive. If you guys aren't, you should go check out AgriLive. I wish I could put in a hyperlink here, take you to them, but Riley puts on a
Yeah, if
great
I
show
post
every
it, I'll probably
Tuesday.
get
I just
flagged.
happened to live stream the same Tuesday he was live streaming on, so hope I didn't take too much of his guys, but yeah. Great channel, Riley. I really like it. It's good stuff. Riley's a fellow Montanan. He's just hanging out in
Well, thank you, Nick.
Bozetown. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, you're still there. Bozeman. So,
Anyway, I assume all you guys are familiar with Nick's stuff. His live streams are really cool because he actually has cell service where he lives on his farm, unlike our farm, which is annoying.
I'm not saying I didn't. I'll tell you what, guys.
But
The next
he
the
always
next
does
time I
this
go out there, I'll bring a
active,
screw,
here I am in the
and I'll
tractor
close
live
that last
streaming,
clip.
here I am in the combine,
If something
let's walk
happens
around
that
the
vlog,
farm,
like say that clip comes
straight from his
apart
phone.
and
It's
it
pretty
opens
awesome.
Up, this thing will tell
and
me.
he interacts with his audience super
I'll
well.
know right
so.
away that something's wrong, and right now it's looking great.
That's why
so
1,600
that one
people
clip
join
must
his
be
live
holding on,
streams.
But yeah, thanks for letting me know. Definitely. Auto steer installed aftermarket on Big Buds. Yes, auto steer did not exist when Big Buds were being built.
It's awesome to
That
have
was
40
something that
people in
came
our
along the
stream,
line
though.
in the 2000s.
Unfortunately, we're just
So,
about to close out.
This thing is really bright, doesn't it?
Anyway, thank you
Oh,
very
mine's
much,
so bright.
Nick, for
Maybe I touched something on my
the
screen.
live stream update.
Is there a way I can- oh,
running
wow,
right
I
into
can
our live
kinda-
stream. I'm going to go ahead and cut away from this.
Maybe not.
But here in a few minutes when we close out, you guys can definitely go over to his stream and continue watching. Looks like he's still going strong with that. So anyway, we're almost ready to close out. I'm going to check a few things before we do such. All right. Check that. Okay. Looks like we're done with videos for tonight. I see that some people have submitted not duplicates, but multiple videos from the same channel. And I would play them, but I also want to save some of your content for later streams. If you do want to be a frequent submitter, we only allow one video per channel per stream, if that makes sense. So for those of you who are submitting second videos, you'll have to resubmit those next time in the live form or submit them to the upcoming streams form. If this is super confusing, then I should probably get a new submission system. But the problem was the old one got absolutely flooded by extra traffic, and I just didn't have time to go through everyone's videos, and I didn't want to leave people out. So that's why we switched to a new system where you got to be present for it to play. All right. Any last minute things, Mason?
What'd you say you cut out?
I cut out. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Anything you have to add before we decide to close out tonight?
No, I appreciate for everyone that watched, and thank you for having me, man.
Awesome. Well, we'll go ahead and call it good here. Really good live stream tonight. I'm glad that all you guys could join. All of you from CuziFarm was able to join us as well. Yeah, excellent. So, why is the font different on my thank you? I've been having issues. I think my computer tried to delete a font on me, and that's caused some of my graphics to glitch out. But no one will notice. It still says thank you. Thank you guys for being here. It's been great.
Yep, thank you.
Next time on AgriLive, I don't know what we're doing. Actually, I don't know if there will be a AgriLive on the first week of May like there's normally supposed to be. So that might have to get rescheduled. This might be the last show that we do with this background. Because my lease is ending on where I'm at right now, and I am moving to a different place. I think it's going to be pretty snazzy. It should be a pretty cool upgrade to these streams as well, so you don't have to look at that ugly door all the time. But it'll be exciting, so hopefully next stream we'll be in a completely different place. That'll make things fun. Once again, Mason, thanks.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
All right. That's all we got. So I'll see you guys in the next stream.